Breast falling and being exposed at Barcelona seems to be the headline of the UEFA Champions League for obvious reasons. But for footballing reasons, it's the story of Liverpool beating defending champions Real Madrid at Anfield and making it 5 out of 5. Would the Reds inflict another defeat on Manchester City and Pep Guardiola with his bloodied nose this weekend? Time will surely tell. Welcome to Premium Sports right here on PBO TV. I'm the amazing Kingsley, and I've got my guys right here. We'll do justice to talking sports just the way you love it after this break. Welcome back. It's still Premium Sport on PBO TV with the amazing Kingsley. Let's quickly run through our sports beat before we get into all of the analysis. I can tell you for free that because of one particular team, the guys here are very, very energetic and excited. Watch out for their wordplay. Top fencing nations from around the world, including the United States, Hong Kong, Egypt, and others, are set to participate in the 2024 Men's World Cup scheduled for December 14th to 15th in Lagos. Nigeria's prestigious international school, Charterhouse Lagos, will host the tournament, which will serve as a point-earning event for the athletes. Countries already confirmed for the two-day championship include Ghana, Senegal, Greece, Angola, Togo, Benin Republic, and host Nigeria. Away from that, we do tennis. Two-time Wimbledon champion Carlos Alcaraz will play at Queen's in 2025. The world number 3 lifted the title at Queen's Club on his tournament debut in 2023, but lost to Britain's Jack Draper in the second round last year. However, the Spaniard triumphed at Wimbledon just a few weeks later on both occasions. Let's also let you know that Jake Paul's promotional company has issued a furious response to incorrect and baseless claims that his recent win over Mike Tyson was rigged. That was actually everywhere. NFL legend Michael Irvin also claimed that Iron Mike held back due to a secret clause in his contract that prevented him from knocking the social media star out. Yet, following those wild accusations, Paul's most valuable promotions outfit has released a statement to vehemently deny them. Following the wide circulation of incorrect and baseless claims that undermines the integrity of the Paul vs. Tyson event, Most Valuable Promotions MVP would like to set the record straight regarding the contractual agreement and the nature of the fight, the statement reads. We're done with Sports Beats. We'll do a short break. When we come back, everything Ninja on Ninja Flavor. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Ninja Flavor, and Bolo Money is here. Chijo Kezial is here. Can we please, guys, concentrate on the NPFL and whatever we discuss in Ninja Flavor? I know what you want to say on this show, but let's leave it up until when we get there.
I thought you were even introducing me. It's a disclaimer.
Yeah, no,
I don't understand. I've been warning before.
Just for production purposes. Can we just stay on the topic like Ninja Flavor?
Yeah.
What you're about to say has nothing to do with Ninja Flavor.
That I want to have a football club in Nigeria.
Wait. Is Kingsley not a mind reader?
I don't know.
Why are you prompting?
In Ninja Flavor, no, everything is about Ninja Flavor.
Thank you.
I love women and the Super Falcons are playing.
Yeah.
I wish we had we have some players even in France play for Falcons. I wish one of them plays for Brest, but since they don't even have a female, so we'll focus on them. Now, interestingly, we're even playing against France.
Exactly, in France.
So, come on.
Yeah.
Ninja Flavor.
Super Falcons for Le Blues Challenge. While we are doing this, I'm being robbed, but you guys let's look at the Super Falcons team. Chiamaka Naduzi, Madeline Bechi, there's Rachel Onachuku, and defenders Osinachi Ohale, Michelle Aluzi, Ashley Plumter, Rofia Timura. Plumter is back in the team. Yeah. Rofia Timura, Sikiratu Isa, Oluwatosin Dimei, midfielders Jennifer Ichejini, Tony Payne, Josephine Matthias, Christy Uchebe, Shukura Oladipo Adunyina. For forwards, Blessing Nko, A lot of people said yes, she ought to be in the team. You know, we've spoken a lot about her. Gift Monday, finally, maybe she'll have a prolonged stint in the team. Ifeoma Onumonu, a mainstay. Omorisola Babajide, Adeje, and then Messi Omoko. Yes, I think I can also see. Okay, now from this list, there are 2 players. I think Chiamaka Naduzi and Osinachi Ohale are the only 2 from this squad that were in the team when we played France last
And
time.
they battered us.
And we spanked 8-0.
8-0, yeah.
So this team, do you think they can improve on that result?
At least they spelled Nigeria. Then give us a stop at there. But it's a different French team. Yes, the likes of Wendy Renard is still part of the squad. Some of the players in that squad are still here too, but it's a different French team entirely. Even though they still have some exciting prospect in the squad. Luckily for Nigeria, we have young players, young girls. I like the transition we've seen with Falcons in the last 3, 4, 5 years. The young girls from under 17 are moving to 20 to Falcons as well, which is what we've been saying for years. Don't just jump everywhere, pick every Tom, Dick and Harry and add them to squad. No, let there be growth and consistency. We could see the likes of Demeyi and her generation. In fact, there are still some lying in wait in case of anything.
Flourish and Co.
Flourish and the likes Sebastian, Esther Onyini, Zidane and Co. They are still getting ready in case anything happens. You snap them up. Just that Ohale is aging like fine wine, so it is hard to push her away from the team. Remember how Nadozie got into the squad? A poor opening match at the World Cup, then boom, she came on the second game and she's becoming. So I like what I'm seeing with the Falcons this time around, to be energy for energy, youngie for youngie, a few experience for a few experience, which is good for us. I've heard and read so many complaints online why Ajibade is not here, why Oshoala is not here, why Abriodu is not here. For Ajibade, she's injured. For Oshoala, she's having visa documentation issues, and if she leaves, it may be difficult getting back to join her club there. Maybe there may be 1 or 2 issues behind it, but the major is the visa problem. And the coach has said she's still a part of the squad. But for Abiodun, is the one I don't know why she's not here. They will likely still, when talking about France, on paper they're the better side, 1-on-1 they're the better side, man for man. But I don't think, not even I don't think, it can
Woman
never
for
be
woman.
as man. Well,
You said you should not talk about a particular team, so
that's
he's
why I had
avoiding.
to,
So yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
now CJ, let's look at both teams from the last time we played 8-0, the French team and then the Falcons. Which of the 2 teams have gotten better?
It's still the France team, because the last time we've played, they still defeated us. So they won, but it was closer this time because it was 1-0, 1-0. So the Falcons are getting better. I will even say the Falcons have improved a lot because defensively they've tightened up. And they've considered less goals. The Oyibo ladies playing for us.
Since she got that injury, she's not playing for Falcons.
Exactly. So now she's back. Now she can come back to the fold, offer her expertise. I would not say experience now.
Play from the left. I think we struggled with our left back. The left side of our defense at the Olympics. I think
Played everybody.
we
Even
played-
Tony playing as
yes, to depend how to move there.
Payne actually is a very utility player. Our girl that strikes for the US team, the popular. Alozie plays the right back, left back. She also plays up front. So it's like it's really it's like for the Nigerian team and the French team is really a close game when it comes to friendly games. But tournaments, they always get their way. The last tournament they beat us to move to the next phase.
Okay,
so it's.
I'll stay with you to wrap up this conversation. Bolu mentioned something surrounding maybe Asisat Oshoala coming back to the team, not having to come back and all of that. I remember that at the last Olympics. Yes, a lot of persons, there were games where she was very important games. She was being put on the bench. Now, which names do you think should be phased out of the Falcons? And we don't need to look back.
I know it's not my question. Number one.
But
she's in the team.
No, but she's young enough to play.
She's young enough
to play for the team.
How do you phase out the young player?
If you are not good enough, just stay till your age. You catch up with her, because why is Monday give sitting on the bench for Onumonu?
I think Onumonu, because of her work rate. That's why she plays every time, because she works so hard.
She's gonna use work rate for her club.
She always runs the channel.
She reminds me of a Gaba that Lawal.
She doesn't score a lot. But she runs. And she works a lot for the team. It's like Oliver Giroud for France when they won the World Cup. He didn't score a goal. but he actually played for the team.
He did have a shot.
He's not for France. That was just in that tournament.
It's
He's
just-
not-
That was saying,
This one does not score. Friendly, she does not score.
But it's not time to face out actually. So let's be fair. People like maybe played till she was 40.
Asisa Toshoala.
And you know, with female football, the older you get, the better it becomes.
Asisa Toshoala.
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Martha just recently won her first championship in the US.
Asisa Toshoala.
Martha just said that. Well, so, and she's also very aged. Asisa Shola is very experienced. I'll not use, she's getting older. But if you watch her game, she has changed from the all speed, all action. Now she does more on positioning. Now it's for the current Super Falcons team to not understand how she plays. So it's different. Before when she comes to the team, she's a star player. She runs the channel like the younger girls do now. But she can't do that anymore. Now Ajibade takes the mantle from her. Ajibade plays so well. She holds the ball well. She runs well. She dribbles and Ajibade does all that. Oshoala still scores better than every other person in that team.
She has the better goal sense than anybody.
Exactly. And she was even the top scorer for Baka before she left. And now she's the top scorer for her team. So it shows she has the ball sense, the brains to deliver. But it depends on the team she's playing with.
Why are we not utilizing that?
I think I would not say it's coaching again because
coaching can be part of it because how we set up the midfield so many times does affect. We all know that Jibade is best as number 10. She plays well on the wings as well. Same thing with Tony Payne.
Yeah.
Then Denebi shows better. Then Randy Wardrum shows more better.
And Ayinde for me, Ayinde
misplacing everybody's position. Then we miss Ayinde here.
Anytime Ayinde doesn't play in midfield, it becomes a problem for us. Exactly.
We couldn't replace Rita Chikwelu. That's another challenge. So
I call her Mama a lot.
Assistant in Super Falcons, I see most times she comes to the midfield. Sometimes plays in the holding midfield position.
And it's not supposed to be a role anymore.
And the strength is not there again. So maybe if we find a way, if you can't have the creativity in midfield like the Super Eagles are suffering, make good use of your wings. And on paper, one of our best wingers is still the girl that runs the Gift Monday. Sadly, this girl is just recovering from injury. What's her name? Uche Nakano is just recovering from. So if you can have that creativity in midfield, if you can utilize the wings very, very well.
Because if you check the team, Alozie is a power runner. You can utilize
she started out as a winger.
Exactly.
So
she still plays as a winger for her club, interestingly. But she comes to the Falcons and plays as a right back.
I think this conversation will keep going on and on until we find a coach or a technical team that can map out a structure. This is how the Falcons will play. This will be our approach to games. And so you can, off the top of your head, think of the players because we already know all of these players that will fit into that stuff. Because a lot of times I see that we take teams to tournaments and you can't even tell what the coach wants to do. We used to think that it was either a Thomas Deneby thing or the Waldron thing, and every other coach comes in and still does the same thing because you find out that it's as if this player can do better here and they are not playing the player there.
Exactly,
or they're
exact
playing the player
position.
on the play. Let's just hope that something changes when it comes to our women's football. Let's go to the Nigerian Premier Football League very quickly. A result from games in midweek. Surprise, surprise. We saw 9 games because Enyimba were on the continent, and of all 9 games, 8 home wins, 1 away draw. That away draw was from Rivers United at Sunshine Stars. All other home teams won their games. Remo Stars beat 3SC 2-0. Aqua United won. Plateau United, they left that one late. Kwara United won. Heartland 0. Rangers thumped Lobby Stars 3-0. Abia Warriors 2. Castina 0. Nasarawa 2. Insurance 1. Bayelsa United flogged Tornadoes 4-1. Ikorodu City. How did Ikorodu City do this? From relegation battlers to the top 6. They beat El Kanemi by 2-0. We have our top 4. Remo Stars, Rivers United, Rangers, El Kanemi Warriors. Then you can find Ikorodu City right there in 5th position. What a team. What a turnaround. One thing that we've seen this season in the NPFL is the role and importance of fantastic coaching. Heartland, we thought were dead and buried at the start of the season. We saw what Emmanuel Amunike have done with them, and then they found themselves somewhere into mid-table. Ikorodu City were languishing in relegation waters, and then they sacked the coach, gave the job to the second coach, and then they've pushed themselves from there to the top 6. That's where they're over 5th, 6th. Coaching, we cannot underestimate or overemphasize the role of fantastic coaching in the NPFL.
Because everything still comes back to the table of the manager. We saw it with Fidelis Ilechukwu. Everywhere he's gone, he's led them to the continent. Enyimba were literally a nobody when they started. He understood the dynamism of the league, even though I don't agree with that thing of you can't win the away games at all. But he knew what he needed to do. Took them to the continent. He went to Plateau United, the same thing. Now with Rangers, he's won the title. You can't downplay what coaches do. Yeah, I understand players are still the end. But in the end, if a player plays badly, the coach is still the one that kept him in the team. He's the one that left him there to play over. So a coach that being a good coach is one thing. Understanding the league you are playing is another. Knowing your players is another thing. We spoke about coaches playing our players, Falcons, off. You still need to know where your player is best in. I may be a great player. I may be doing well as a winger. My best position may be in midfield. You may think I'm best as a winger until you try me in the midfield. So if all these indices come together, you still have to give kudos to the coach.
Well, I'm impressed with Finidi George. Finidi did it with Enyimba, and now he's coming to Rivers United and he's doing some fantastic.
He's second by level of points with Ramos.
Yeah, but this weekend, I think
same goals difference.
They're the only team that got to draw.
Yeah, it went from home.
And they were leading like large parts of that game. In the second half, Sunshine came out. Like, remember, I always say it on the show, Sunshine styles give anybody a good game. But when down to coaching, Ogumodede for Remo is another very, very good coach. You mentioned Harmonica
you go
already.
Portugal to learn work for 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. And they can always go there because they are partners, affiliate clubs. So, but one club that needs real proper coaching is Lobby Stars. I don't know what's wrong with Lobby Stars.
They have
they are
they have the bull as technical director.
Exactly.
They
and
have
they brought the white man.
Finnish man.
So it's really
second from bottom.
Exactly.
Just 13 points.
They should
really,
be
really
bottom,
bad.
if not for the 3-point
It's
deduction.
really bad. So Lobby used to be a very fantastic team. I don't know what's happening in Makurdi right now, but that team should not be where they are currently, and they just need to turn around their season and get the league going.
Okay, in case you are wondering why CJ is mentioning Lobby Stars, the bottom four sides are not sides that should be battling relegation. Aqua United, Nasarawa United, Lobby Stars, and Insurance of Benin.
Nasarawa United have a top goal scorer in the APFL.
Okay.
And their relegation.
Welcome to Nigeria. Nigeria's Enyimba FC began their CAF Confederation Cup group stage campaign on a disappointing note, succumbing to a 2-0 defeat against Egyptian side Al Masry. Enough said, our teams don't do well on the continent. This is not grade A CAF competition. That's the CAF Champions League. I'm talking about the CAF Confederation Cup. Enyimba is still going away from home to lose to the Al Masrys of this world. And how do we now cope when we have to play the Experience?
No, their next game now is Zamalek, the defending champions, who defeated Al Ahly in the CAF Super Cup.
But in fairness, Amazon is not a bad team.
Enyimba is a bad team.
Enyimba should at least get a draw.
Enyimba should be playing in the CAF Champions League.
Exactly.
Somebody said to me yesterday, Enyimba is supposed to get a draw from that particular game, but
No, they didn't play that well.
but
I saw the game.
That's what I want to say.
No, first 6 minutes they were down, so you knew problem was happening.
Enyimba considered their first goal
In 3 minutes.
in the 5th minute. I think 4 minutes 30-something seconds. A free kick, and the defenders were just ball watching. Now the second goal, they were trying to play out from the back. Enyimba.
They are learning from the best.
Well, let's just leave it. Enyimba,
CJ's tired.
But at least they are considered
don't
from the
jump
back. It's not as worse as Celtics in the Champions League in midweek. You see Celtics.
Oh yeah, that one good. I
that's
saw that.
terrible.
They passed so much that they passed into their
Into
nets.
the net.
That was terrible. But good luck to the Nigerian team. But we know they are not going anywhere anyway.
Oh my, that's heartbreaking. Guys, let's do a short break. When we come back, it will be time for Euro Focus. Quite a lot to talk about, especially in the UEFA Champions League and the big one this weekend. Liverpool against Man City. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Euro Focus right here on Premium Sports on PBO TV. And then for maybe some Chelsea fans, this could come as good news to you because one of your club legends just got appointed. So Coventry City have appointed Frank Lampard as the head coach on a 2.5-year deal. So hey, let's see if he's going to go there and then maybe work some wonders. Away from that, let's talk about the UEFA Champions League. But there's one man who is the king of the UEFA Champions League, although he doesn't play there anymore. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo. He scored twice as Al Nassr moved up to second in the AFC Champions League elite table. Now the Portuguese is on 913 career goals. I have something here, and it was sneaked in by someone so that I won't talk about his bias. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to avoid it. He knows what I'm talking about. That's the last line on this script. Guys, let's talk about the UEFA Champions League. Congratulations. He knows what I'm talking about. So we saw games in the UEFA Champions League. Like the key one, well, they had to start with the most talked about team in the UEFA Champions League. Not even Real Madrid were the most talked about team. The most talked about team traveled to Spain to go take on Barcelona, and the name of that team is Brest. They lost 3-0 to Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski joining the exclusive club of players with 100 Champions League career goals by scoring in that particular encounter. Guys, in recent times, Brest have been falling down the table. Why have they been exposed?
The truth is, no matter how you say, Brest think they are big, but the truth is they are still a small club, and it shows in how they play. But you have to give respect. What I will pay to watch Brest without any doubt.
I would love to be at the stadium.
If a small team is growing, no matter how small they are, if they are growing, you would love to enjoy them. But one thing Barcelona did well, they came early.
Oh, so you enjoy watching Brest?
Yeah, every day, every time. Okay. In the league, in the cup, any day, privately, publicly, everywhere, I enjoy watching them. But the truth is, Barcelona came early, just to let them know you may be Brest, but you are still small.
Yeah, and Lewandowski was very ruthless.
He had a chance and he penetrated without any doubt.
Exactly, he was ruthless. He was ruthless. He didn't even give them any space to breathe.
Potent in attack.
He was potent. He scored his 100th goal.
Actually,
he joined the 100th club.
I miss Brazil.
Oh, they sold him last season.
If he was still with them, probably they would have been
sold him
better.
last season.
Maybe they would have been firmer if he was with them. Unfortunately, they sold him now. They're suffering. Last season, I remember there was a game they were playing. They were down until Brazil rescued Brest late in the
game. That was the game that actually
helped them qualify for the Champions League. Yep.
So Brazil was a key player. No more there. Maybe that's why Barcelona ransacked.
It's simple. Brest can't survive without Brazil.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Well, I might not agree with that because they didn't have the same Brazil player you're talking about when they were, in the top half, like the top 2, top 3, top 4 of the UEFA Champions League.
It is the initial gaga, early stages of life. It stands, but while the true competition starts,
we actually said it when they meet the big boys, when push comes to shove. These things will happen, and they're feeling like a pack of cards. Like really.
Let's touch on maybe 2 more games that really shook a lot of persons. Arsenal traveling to Sporting. 2 goals spank Lisbon, the same team that beat Man City 4-1 with Victor Gyökeres, and then beating them. It wasn't a lucky game.
So let me check your pocket. I think Victor Gyökeres is still in your pocket.
It wasn't a lucky game. Like,
that was not supposed to be a good joke.
Arsenal beat them by 5-1. I didn't see that.
Gabriel scoring header. And then
Megalesh doing the Victor
Gyökeres. But that was
went blind with his own. What did he just cover the
I think it was deliberate.
Yeah, he did that.
It was deliberate. He was mocking him
that.
So it was deliberate. And
unfortunately,
people came for him.
This new format, no return leg. That I go catch you.
Yeah, exactly.
You are gone.
People came for him and be like, that was rude. No. He was not supposed to do that.
But do need a striker.
In the spirit of the game, it's actually fun.
You bant your
opponent.
And Saka.
Exactly that stuff.
Yes. So apparently also some persons had to go back when Lisbon defeated Arsenal in the UEFA Europa League. I think the quarterfinals, was it the semi-finals. Granit Xhaka's celebration was also mimicked by what's his name? Is it Pedro Gonçalves or also?
So the internet never forgets.
Yeah,
exactly.
Never. Okay. Guys, what is happening to Man City? Is it mental? Is it spiritual? Is it fundamental? Is it coaching? Is it, I don't know. Is it morale? Is it injuries? Is it even the quality of player? Is it aging? Now, I'm looking at it that how do you lead Feyenoord to the 75th minute? It has never happened before in the history of the UEFA Champions League, where a team leads by 3+ goals to the 75th minute and then they capitulate and don't win. Now, it's not just any team. If this were Feyenoord leading Man City in the 75th minute, I will accept that. Man City at home leading Feyenoord to the 75th minute, and they drew that game. And then you look at Pep Guardiola after the game has scratched himself. What's wrong with that man?
He said he deliberately wants to injure himself to feel the hurt.
They-
I have a problem.
We
I
were
have a problem
giving
with
you a
particular
hug here.
player.
Pep Guardiola.
He needs a hug. He needs a hug.
Take a hug.
I have a problem with particular. The pussy
Does
guy.
Pep Guardiola look like Jessica?
Bolu, the pussy guy. Each time he plays,
It's bad
they
luck.
they concede loads of goals.
It's supposed to be interesting. Sadly, it's bad luck.
I don't understand it. And he came on 75th minute, and they
No,
considered.
in the
69th.
68th.
So they considered
what Pep did?
It
76.
didn't even last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they considered 76.
So what Pep did was bring him on Simpson, Pussy,
and remove Ake.
McCarthy, and Kevin De Bruyne, and then took out 3 players, and then he collapsed.
I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
people complain about that thing. The truth is, every manager will do the same thing.
Yeah, because it's
15
three.
minutes
It's
to
3-0.
go
It's
at
3-0.
home against Feyenoord, and you're playing Liverpool at Anfield the coming weekend. I don't think Pep did anything wrong. I think it's more mental.
I think, yeah, before we came on air, I was talking to somebody and I said it's a motivation issue. You've won 4 league consecutively.
You got to beyond the peak.
Exactly. You won Champions League, you played in the final, lost the final, played the channel, won the champion, you won the final. You've played against teams that are scared to death to play you. You feel you don't have anything to prove anymore. So it's left for Pep Guardiola now to motivate the guys. Tell them again, guys, everything
You
we
are 200
achieved.
points behind Liverpool, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, everything you achieved is in the past now. Try to motivate themselves again and go
There has
again.
to be,
You
each
can't
player
really say-
has to have their own. Look at what Real Madrid did when they won the 14th Champions League. They already came out and said, oh, some people have won 5. I need to win more. That's why I went 15. Now,
Exactly.
when they
Personal
won 15,
motivation.
the next thing he said was other players have won 6. And so there has to be even players' determination as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying determination is
They need
enough
to push
win.
themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there has to be a
They
push.
need to
People
push
are, I mean, you hear people say this quality, this type of players. I'm like, which players? Are they not the same players that
Yeah,
they
they are amazing players, like fantastic players. You mentioned De Bruyne. He came on yesterday, but De Bruyne has not been the same.
He's played
player
about
he used to
11
be.
games and he has just started. I
He
think
has
he
not been the
started
same
just
player. Injuries have slowed him down. Aging has slowed him down. And you said,
My
you
guy
mentioned
wants to
also
go
that
Saudi.
he was thinking about Saudi, and it might play in his mind too.
So if City are having all of these issues,
Yeah.
and then we go to the other team in England doing so well, Liverpool, who beat Real Madrid by 2-0. Ancelotti comes on board, goes under the radar, doesn't make all the noise.
No media talk.
And then just says that they asked him a simple question. They wanted to set him up. Are you going to make reinforcement? He says, they look at all of the parts on the pitch. Which part do you think I can improve? That all of the players are quality players. Now, I don't know what he saw that a lot of persons did not see. They are 8 points ahead in the league. And they are
Could be
5
11.
out of 5
The
in the
champions.
Champions League.
Fantastic.
What has he done differently from what Jurgen Klopp did at Liverpool?
He's gone beyond early days. Winning champion. I see early days as the first 10 games in the league. When you are going beyond that and you're still standing firm, I think that's when you start thinking they may not win the league. On paper, it's still possible for many teams.
Who else
but-
will win it?
No, I'm saying on paper, it's still possible.
Hope
for
you are
many
not
teams.
thinking Arsenal.
But at least I saw
Arsenal is
I
a
saw
very
someone that
good
said
team.
Arsenal will win the
Arsenal is
league
a very
over
good
this.
team.
But
They are in with a shout, actually.
But for now, it's hard to see another team doing well, better than them. Yes, even the games they are not playing well, like their last match, they still found a way to come back to win that game. In the Champions League, I really say, we know Champions League, although the round of 16 is different from the group stage. But for now, they are the team to beat. It's just come on board. I can't even. Did he sign anybody? It's just going with.
It does. I didn't make
They-
any
they're not
signing.
making
The only
any
thing
sense.
he's done is it make changes to his lineup sometimes based on his opposition. But you can still pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That these ones are definitely starters, like the goalkeeper. Now, listen to this, Joe. You can say Van Dijk is definitely starting any game. The Salahs and co. But aside that,
Most importantly, Gravenberch.
yep.
Jurgen Klopp did not know how to play.
Now
Klopp was
he's
playing
enjoying
every-
himself.
He's
I
the
think
guy
that's
in
unfair. That's
front
unfair.
of the back. Yes.
No, that's unfair.
Klopp
Klopp.
misused
That's unfair, Klopp.
Gravenberch. He did.
No, Gravenberch was still adjusting to the league. Let's be fair.
Adjusting.
Yeah, he was still adapting to
What
the
are-
league.
what-
And see, this present squad, like it or not, Klopp laid the perfect foundation for this team. Remember the branding now that is
Klopp-
see,
Klopp's foundation was shaking.
no,
It's
the branding
it is
now.
Ancelotti that has put
The branding now that is pushing the branding now that is pushing Arnold played so many games on that club. I remember this Slot's first season and we just played at 12 games and the results are very.
It's looking like a Conte
very
first
good.
season.
They've not
Because some of these guys will likely
suffered.
leave in the
They've
summer.
not suffered. Yeah, exactly. They've not suffered any major crisis, and he has handled temptations really well. They've asked him questions about Salah's contract. He has shifted it to the board. The board will deal with it. He doesn't care about contract issues. He's concentrating on the game. And if you see
the English media.
exactly, and if you listen to other players, I think they asked Robinson the same question. And Robinson also said they are concentrating on the. He say they don't care as players about players' contracts. All they need to do. So it'll be something you must have told the players. If you go out to the press, if they ask you, you can talk to the press. But this is what to say. So he shows he knows game management. He knows how to manage things, and he's doing things within the confines. It's not like the Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United that wanted to change everything. I wanted to micromanage everything about players. So he gets players irritated. Now he gives them too many freedom. Gravenberch is a player that plays with freedom. You could tell by watching him play football because he's not the regular holding number 6. He's not the normal. He can dribble, he can push forward, he can power drive, he can shoot, he can pass. So it's even a gift to that midfield because he's putting out a player like Endo. Endo now can't even get to that team anymore.
Not even coming on.
He's not even coming on again. They said he was injured at the time. Now he's back from injury, but he's still not playing.
You can't play.
Because there's a fantastic guy there,
Gravenberch
and there's a
is-
World Cup winner by his side.
McAllister. And McAllister also sometimes
Super player.
He drops to the bench.
And this boy is
And they play continuous and Dominic Soboslai.
Harvey Elliott is also back. From
Elliott is back
They
from
can't
injury.
make the team.
So they might not even sign any player at the end of the season.
Wow.
But I'm waiting for them to suffer a little bit of crisis.
I
Lose
think-
lose
we
3
know
games
how
in a
to-
row.
I think
But
yeah.
it depends on how many points. I remember the season Klopp won the title. He went way ahead of everybody early. So when they lost, I think they had like 3 games bleep that they lost. They still couldn't catch up with them. That's the advantage of early start. Now
Exactly.
City are
Not
crumbling.
Arsenal. Go
City
ahead.
are crumbling. Arsenal didn't
Why
start
don't you
well.
believe in Arsenal?
Chelsea off and on. United are the same, but the same in terms of they are not in that class. So no matter what happens, maybe later if they
You just
continue
wanted to
with,
sneak United into you.
if they continue with this form, you can almost say they win the Premier League title.
Okay, we'll see how that pans out.
It's early days for me.
I even like the fact that we're on the Liverpool conversation. Let's just switch to club football this weekend. The biggest game across everywhere in Europe is Liverpool, Manchester City. I have a sneaky feeling that Man City, if there's any game that they need to make a statement and bounce back, this is that game. Start Kevin De Bruyne. He gives 2 assists to Haaland. Haaland gets a hat-trick. Finish Liverpool 1, Man City 3 or Man City 4, and I'm a happy man.
All those things can still happen and they still lose 4-3. Okay, you know. De Bruyne, Haaland scored 2 in the Champions League. They still played 3-3. But like to an extent, maybe not with the result, but I agree with some things you said. The one thing about big games like this, whatever happens before now doesn't really matter. Real Madrid game in the Champions League with Liverpool could have had a different turn if Mbappe scored that penalty. Because sometimes if he had scored, pressure probably would have been on Liverpool.
On Liverpool,
blah, blah, blah.
and then maybe
So
they get another chance.
if something similar happens, maybe Haaland gets an early goal in that game, Liverpool will be pressured to come outside, and it may be counterproductive for them. But we know on paper, based on form, based on everything, Anfield history, Liverpool are meant to win this game. But City have gone, they ended their losing streak, but their unwinning streak still continues. They want to win. Unfortunately, they're playing at Anfield for them. Like you rightly said, there's no better way to come back to winning.
You just mentioned
than
the key.
Anfield.
You just mentioned the key to Anfield. Anfield is a dangerous place to go when you're struggling for form. United can tell you for free.
United are not City.
We're talking about the
United
big clubs now.
is a very big club. United were
United
playing.
was a very big
United were playing very well.
United were a very big club.
Remember, United were playing very well under Ten Hag. They went to Anfield and they were spanked 7-0. Liverpool at Anfield are a dangerous team. Even when City were playing very well, they went to
They
Anfield
don't
and they
win there.
struggled to get results. That's how Anfield is. The only team that gives Liverpool headache at Anfield is Tottenham. I don't know how they do it because they are.
Have you seen them play Arsenal at Anfield?
Arsenal too. Arsenal too.
I don't get.
I don't want to mention Arsenal because I know
Who the hell
he
is
doesn't
Spurs?
believe in Arsenal and he's an Arsenal
Like
fan.
Spurs.
But
I
who
don't
does
get.
that? But Spurs give them. Spurs is my best team actually from North London. So I don't know.
Who else will you go for?
So
Who else
it will
will
be
you
difficult for City. It will be difficult for City whether De Bruyne starts or not. I'm not sure they will get the results they want. The best they could do there is a draw for this weekend. But I'm looking for a very feisty game. Pep Guardiola should be able to bring all his tactical nuances and try to outsmart Slot in this one.
We can tell how Ancelotti to set up his team.
Exactly.
We can actually
He
tell
has a stable team.
how he will set up his team, but then we can't tell how Pep Guardiola will set up his
You
team.
don't know who will break a leg again.
We can't
Not
tell.
break a leg by idiom, break a leg literally.
Okay. Other games in England. There's West Ham Arsenal. Arsenal. West Ham won at Newcastle. We didn't see that coming. Julian Lopetegui.
And
Arsenal won
Wan-Bissaka.
at
Wan-Bissaka.
Sporting. We didn't see that
Scored
coming.
a goal, yeah.
This is going to be tantalizing. Brentford, Leicester, Chelsea, Aston Villa. That should be another game you should look out for. Manchester United at home against Everton. Ruben Amorim's first league game in at Old Trafford. Wow, this weekend just promises to be explosive. In Germany, there's Dortmund,
The Klassiker.
Bayern Munich. There's Union Berlin, Leverkusen, Leipzig, Wolfsburg. Dortmund, Bayern. How do you think that will go? 4-3.
4-3 or 4-2. I don't care who picks it. Can't play over 4.5 guys. Two terrible defensive teams. Two most unpredictable teams.
Bayern were able to contain PSG with Dembele and all of them.
Do you know that immediately Dembele got injured in the 54th minute or thereabout? PSG were the better team. I just shake my head for Bayern like. So that game, the Klassiker this week, just go and look.
You know what I like about Bayern?
like
That is company's team. They adapt easily. In the Champions League, they've kept like 7 clean sheets. Like, I don't know how they do it, but when it comes to their league, they just find a way of scoring goals. And Harry Kane is just a monster.
Maybe another hat trick for Kane.
Maybe another hat trick, but he just score goals. But
Away at Dortmund.
If they play 4-3, who else wants to score? Or 4-2?
Kane will always get goals.
Okay, the Serie A, a few games. Torino, Napoli, Fiorentina, Inter Milan jumps at you, but I think that should just fly under the radar. Okay, CJ, I know there's fire on the mountain. But we'll come back to this. Guys, I want to do a short break. When we come back, we'll focus on 1 or 2 conversations, and then we'll be back. Okay, welcome back, guys. It's time for hot cheese. There's no more fire on the mountain. There's fire then, and all thanks to. Okay, I won't mention his name. Guys, let's do hot gist. Anyone you see that's trying to smile, like I am, you know that it's the one that put the fire on the mountain.
Anyone that's trying to frown.
Okay, guys. Earlier this week, this was I think late last week, after the Southampton win, Salah goes to the press, and there's a backstory to that. So apparently, I heard from some colleagues that Salah has been doing a media, what's the word now? Is it blackout? Is it shunning the media and not, accepting coverage, people accepting interviews? But then he scores. He's a star for Liverpool against Southampton in a weekend that City loses again, and goes to the media to tell the media that he's disappointed that they've not given him a contract yet, and start going on and on and on to put pressure on the board. A Liverpool legend, Jimmy Carragher, comes up to say, why Salah doing this? You shouldn't be doing that. Play your football. If in January you've not gotten a contract, then you can do your boss man. If you are that good and you want that much money, other top clubs will come for you. And where the disparity, where the disagreement is that what Salah views himself as being right now with his age and how he values himself, that's not the value that Liverpool really do have on him. And Liverpool looks like a team now that's properly coached. So it might even be a plug and play case. If Salah goes, we'll get someone else that'll do the job and get the job done. How do they solve the situation? If it goes south, Liverpool's form could just drop and all of this excitement just goes sour. If they approach it well, it could be a master stroke that leads Ancelotti to the EPL title.
Well, maybe Salah should just employ Jessica to help him with his media worker, since he avoided and decided to want to start talking. But the truth is,
how do you manage to do this week in, week out?
To talk about Salah? Yeah, it's
no, to sneak Jessica into our conversation.
You've mentioned the.
How do you manage to do that?
So what we're talking about is
how do you manage to do that?
Manage to do what?
I don't understand. What name did you call now?
Go ahead.
The truth is, Salah knows what he's doing, And I don't think, to an extent, I agree with Carragher. It makes no sense. Just one, and the celebration is on you. One thing the media does, which doesn't make sense as well, they just won. Salah scored 2 goals. Why are you not talking to Salah about the game? Why are you not talking about him or the late winner? Why are you asking him about his contract talk? And just like the person and his slot has had problems with the most this season has to be the 2 known fullbacks, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. But both of them have not come out to speak about transfer or anything. And boom, I'm disappointed. I'm more out than in. They've not given me contract and everything. No, it is not needed. It's not necessary. But if Salah leaves, I think they may find a way to replace him. One thing many clubs have tried to do, and they always get it wrong, is try to replace a key man. Get someone else that plays differently. It's one of the things that made Barcelona spend almost $1 billion looking for Neymar's replacement. Look, now sometimes you find a different dynamic player and move on like that. I don't think they can. Salah can go down as one of the top 3 greatest wingers in the Premier League ever. He's
already Liverpool's all-time.
Exactly. His numbers, everything speaks for itself.
What? Is he the greatest Liverpool player?
No, a winger.
I'm just saying, is he the greatest Liverpool player?
I think
For
he is.
player will be subjective because people will tell you Gerrard, even though he didn't win the Premier League.
No, but I think Salah is actually.
Salah is.
It's
Yeah, I
probably
think Salah is.
it could go down as our greatest goal scorer.
No, greatest player.
I think player. I think
The
he
way
is.
teams rate greatest player is different. For example, Ronaldo is Real Madrid's greatest goal scorer and everything. But if you are going by the greatest players, Real Madrid will still pick Di Stefano, they'll still pick Raul and some persons over him. So the way some of those guys choose some persons will tell you today Arsenal's greatest player is Henry, and there's nothing you will defend. They will tell you Henry. Some will tell you Zinyan right.
And that's understandable actually.
So
but
for Salah, many real Merseyisiders will pick Gerrard any day. In
Or
fact,
even
but
Ian Rush.
they were talking about
Exactly.
Kenny Dalglish. Kenny
Yeah, Dalglish as a
always
player,
talk about
as
Kenny
a
Dalglish.
manager as well.
But I listened to Carragher some time ago. He said clearly his favorite player for Liverpool is Sadio Mane, but he thinks personally that Salah has eclipsed everybody in terms of achievements. He has won so much.
Hendo achieved more than Gerrard, but
He has
I don't
won
think
so
anybody
much.
would choose Hendo over Gerrard.
So he has won so much for the club. No, that's fact. That's factual. But I think Salah has been the best player
Salah
for
is
Liverpool.
underrated in terms of his achievements.
Yeah, he has done so much and he's so consistent. He gets injured rarely, and I can understand the disappointment from the interview he granted. The clip that I saw,
I think should have been sorted with
I think
the
clip
club.
If for fans that have not seen the clip, I think Jessica posted it on the social media for PBO.
Kingsley,
Sports.
did you hear who posted it?
Yeah, Kingsley knows now. That's why Bolu is recommending her for media jobs.
Okay.
So the video was very
I
explanatory.
have no idea what they are talking
So Salah was coming out from the stadium and saw a group of reporters, and he thought they were asking him about the game because it was not scheduled interview. He was standing and they asked him about his contract situation, and he said they've not spoken to him. And I understand he was coming from a place of being very frustrated. He's thinking, I'm the star man.
Maybe probably I've been asking for a while. That feeling of
And he said, I'm the star man here. My contract finishes in June, and naturally by January you can talk to
like
other
what
clubs.
Kingsley said, you
So
can
is
sign
the club
officially from
Is the
January.
club telling me that by January I can talk to other clubs, knowing fully well that they rejected a £150 million deal from Saudi
clubs
just
will
at the
line
summer.
up
So you can
to have
understand.
Salah.
You can understand this.
Every club in Saudi Arabia will line up.
It's
Imagine having
frustrations.
Mane, Ronaldo,
You know,
Salah.
he's rated above every player right now in the Arab nations.
I think he's the greatest Arab player.
Yeah, he's called the Arab King.
Not even think he's the greatest Arab player ever.
So
They'll take Salah over Messi.
exactly. So now the real question now is, did Salah do that for money? Was he pushing for the Liverpool contract because he wanted
No,
more money?
I think respect.
Thank you.
I think respect.
So that's what I said.
Liverpool
that's
also ought to have called him
Exactly,
and had
explain
a
to him.
conversation with him, because I feel that if you are that big, you've won this team the Champions League, you've won them the EPL, you have been part of this golden generation of Liverpool.
Even the pivot of that.
Yes, and then you are a few months into the end of your contract and the club is not telling you anything. If they had even told him, oh, don't worry, I think we are moving from this phase to another phase, you can talk to a team in January, I don't think Salah will do what he
if
has
Salah
done.
is available, I'm sure Man City can even go for him.
Exactly.
Salah is that good.
Yes,
That's how good he is.
You
and
respect
you know when he lost the penalty against Real Madrid, some people tried to make an issue and said,
He did to
maybe it was because of the contract situation, that's why he's not playing well. But Salah has always been like that. Remember, Jurgen Klopp didn't want him at the club. He wanted the Dortmund player now. I'm trying to remember his name now.
Is it Marco Rose?
No, not Hughes. He's a young guy. I remember his name
Sancho?
later. No, not Sancho. The Brandt. He wanted Brandt instead of Salah.
Yeah.
But they got Salah. And it took him a while because he even played Salah as a striker, hoping he would not perform. But Salah kept on scoring. And there was this time when the Salah Mane situation happened. Salah was still scoring. So Salah is not a player that will be affected by things that happened outside.
He will settle off the field, but on this field,
play. That's what I'm saying. His motivation is different. That's why I felt he was sad. He was angry. He was telling the guys, I'm frustrated. I'm the biggest player in the Asian continent, in the Arab continent. If I said I want to leave now, by the tap of or snap of the finger,
as everybody, every club in Saudi.
Okay, so why the disrespect? Actually?
Okay, so I think we have been able to establish something right here. Liverpool have shown disrespect, a subtle disrespect, Salah, by not having a conversation with him concerning his contract and where they stand. And for Salah also, maybe a bit of desperation. He had to now come outside to talk to the media. Let's make some money. And let's also have a bit of fantasy. It's time for our FPL. Guys, in the last 2 weeks, we've been having brought Erling Haaland top transfer out. Last week, it was over 300,000. I can confirm to you now that he sits on top of the pile of the most transferred out with 560,764. Before match day, it will increase. So we might get maybe 600,000 persons selling Haaland. Top 5 most sold. Luis Diaz is there. Surprise, surprise. Josko Gvardiol is also there. City have not been keeping it, and they are going to play at Anfield. There's Raul Jimenez. Fulham have dropped form. And then there's Semenyo. Most top transfer in over 600,000. Cunha is the man. And then we have closely following Cunha, João Pedro. There's Bukayo Saka. There's Mo Salah. And then there's Pedro Porro because he got 12 points last time out.
Some of us have had it from day one.
Yeah, we are. Also,
I had him, but I somehow benched him.
You bench people like that.
You
bench people like that. This weekend, Haaland goes to Anfield. Bolu, you have stuck with Haaland all through, saying he will die in your team. Will you captain him?
I captained Salah last week.
Oh, so you deceived our fans?
No. I said I was. Is this sure who?
Yeah, he was
contemplating. But I concluded with Salah, and I left it with him. Even though I wish I gave it was Mbeumo, yeah. I think it was
Mbeumo had 3 points.
Who was in my team that had 14 points?
That was
It was Porro. Porro had 14 points.
I think
Cunha had 14.
How many points did Son get?
Yeah, Cunha also had 14.
Cunha had 14.
Son
Son
didn't
had an assist alone.
Who was I in my meeting? Oh, I got Amad Diallo as well. So Amad
he had an
also gave me
assist
about
also.
7 points or them. So I think this weekend is one of the weekend I'm really confused on who to get my captain band. It will likely still be between Salah and Haaland.
There's Mbeumo.
Maybe I will leave it to Son. They're playing in London Derby against Fulham. Fulham have been very, very poor. One thing Son is good at, even if Son is not scoring, Son will create assists and everything. That's the advantage of Son. So I may just think around Son, Mbeumo, maybe Wissa. But at the end of the day, I may just still stick with Salah or Haaland.
I've not had locks with captain picks, but last week was a very good one.
Salah.
Yeah,
Salah is making everybody smile. I've sold him.
Salah. You sold Salah?
Yeah, I sold him the weekend that I brought in Mbeumo. Then Mbeumo and Gvardiol got me over 20 something.
Salah and Haaland are not leaving my team, expecting you.
Haaland has since left my team. In fact, I only brought him back for 1 week. I sold him back.
I sold Salah and Saka the weekend Liverpool were playing Arsenal. And getting in Mbeumo and co really helped.
Yeah, I think one player I would get maybe after the United game is Saka, because now Odegaard is back. Saka numbers will start skyrocketing.
I'll battle between Saka and Bruno Fernandes because with the new manager bounce and everything. But if I will,
they don't bounce anything last time.
If I will, I may sell Son.
I don't want to. I had made up my mind this season that I'm not going to get any point hits or point deduction from selling or buying players.
I've only had, I think, 4 8. I don't waste transfers.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I've wasted a lot
He's
of
the,
time.
he's the, ladies and gentlemen, he's the king. Presently, CJ has lost 100 plus
CJ
points.
is
Not
the queen.
100 points.
CJ is the queen for that one.
Exactly.
CJ has
Thank
a
you. He
friend.
knows already.
That one every weekend. He can set the whole squad every week.
As in,
He's bottom.
Ridiculous.
He said the whole
He should
squad.
quit fantasy. Okay, let's wrap up the show with where we make money from.
Let me adjust.
Punters Bank. Today I'll start with Bolu. I'll start with Bolu. Rivers United Kano Pillars.
Wow. Well, since it's FPFL, home win. Rivers United.
Are you recording this thing? Okay, please record.
But maybe over 1.5 actually.
Eyimba versus Rangers.
Wow. Oriental Derby, interesting game. Over 1.5.
Over 1.5. Chelsea Aston Villa.
Go.
Goal. Man United Everton.
CJ, let me look at it. They're born United. Well, anyway, they should be straight win for Man United.
Fiorentina Inter Milan.
Both of them to score.
Torino Napoli.
Napoli straight win.
They are away. Wow.
And
West Ham Arsenal.
another good game, and London Derby. I think both of them to score.
Eh?
I know Arsenal defense is stingy, but both of them to score.
Arsenal also win straight win.
They can win. See, the 3-1 is still both of them. 10-1, both of them have just scored.
Dortmund Bayern.
I said over 4.5. Both of them will have to get to score in this one. I don't care win. But I think you can still go. If you go for over 3.5 in this game, I don't think you have a place.
Union Berlin Leverkusen.
Leverkusen straight win.
Leipzig Wolfsburg.
I'll be Leipzig Wolfsburg gap. Let's do 1.5.
1.5. Okay, CJ, your turn. Rivers United Kano Pillars.
over 1.5.
Eyimba Rangers.
Tricky game. Rangers win or draw.
Wow, the way team win or draw. Fantastic. Chelsea Aston Villa.
Chelsea to win.
Man United Everton.
Man United to win and over 1.5.
Fiorentina Inter Milan.
Fiorentina, Inter Milan. Inter Milan to win.
Torino Napoli.
Napoli to win.
West Ham Arsenal.
Arsenal over 2.5.
Arsenal to win over 2.5.
Exactly.
I'm proud of you. Dortmund Bayern.
Like Willie said, it will be loads of goals in that one, so over 3.5.
Union Berlin Leverkusen.
Berlin is stingy. Leverkusen scores a lot of goals. That game is dicey. Let me say under 3.5.
Under 3.5. Leipzig Wolfsburg.
Over 1.5.
Over 1.5. Okay, guys, you can put your money where your mouth is. And on that note, we've come to the end of this fresh package of Premium Sport on PBOTV. Special thanks to all the guys behind the camera and to Boluwati Tonishola Money and Chijoke Iziali. I remain the amazing Kingsley. Have a fabulous weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Premium Box Office TV. Everyone loves premium. Premium Box Office TV is exclusive on StarTimes.